Hi everyone. Today we have Ilona in our chair. She's my client and model, and she came in with the request of doing some highlights and covering up her natural gray, her natural color, which is all good and fine. But as usual, I want to go a little bit more dramatic. I want to put something else in there. So I'm going to suggest to her a zigzag section in the back, which is going to be dark color, kind of darkish red. And that will really punch out the highlights that fall over it from the front. And on top of that, I want to put in some black lowlights, if she allows me to do that. Or I might just do it and not even ask her and just surprise her and take a chance here and do it anyway, because I think she has that wonderful, wild, kind of funky curl and a personality which is fit to have a little bit something extra than just regular highlights and the root color. So let's see what happens. Let's see how she reacts to that. Hello, Ilona. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Great. So what is it that you're looking for today with your hair?
Today I would like to get my roots touched up, definitely covering the gray coming out there, as well as possibly getting some highlights.
Oh, all right, that sounds like no problem at all. How about, I'm just thinking about what comes to mind here. What would be really cool is a little zigzag section underneath with darker hair, so that the highlights fall over it and they punch out more. You know, they're more visible, a little bit more dramatic. What do you think about that?
I'm not so convinced. I'm not sure about the dark, because I really wanted to have some highlights. And
yeah,
I
you
didn't
still
want to
have highlights. You will have highlights, but it'll just be a little bit more dramatic. It's a little bit different. You know what I mean? Covering your roots and putting highlights on. It's an everyday kind of thing. Yes, why not? It can look great. So as you see, she's a little bit scared about the dark color underneath. She's really not comfortable with black lowlights. At this point, I feel like I just want to do it anyway and not even ask her. I am taking a chance here, but you know, that's what it's all about, I think, to go a little bit extra and just not do average stuff, because that's what keeps clients coming back. That's what I've noticed in the past. So let's see if I'm able to convince her. But don't you want to have something special? Something a little bit different?
I do, and yes, but I'm not sure about the dark.
Okay.
I'm not sure about.
How about if I don't make it too dark, but we still do the same system?
If it's not too crazy, the contrast shouldn't be too extreme. If it's not too extreme, then it still has to look natural. That's my.
Well, yes, it'll be borderline natural and then a little bit funky, artistic, kind of that sort of thing.
Okay.
What about some black lowlights?
How does that look with the highlights?
I
Wouldn't
think
that be
look
too?
Great. Now, highlights and black lowlights. I think it look a little dramatic, very dramatic.
I have to think about it.
All right. Well, you can think about it in the meantime. What we can definitely do is we can start with the zigzag section, the section that I'll start coloring that. Then we put in the highlights, and at that point you can decide if you want black lowlights on. But they will be very thin, very skinny ones, so you don't really see black stripes. They're just very thin.
Okay.
A little bit round. Now we have isolated the bottom part from the top area, so that we don't get any cross-contamination with the colors.
So what color are you doing right now?
We're doing the highlights right now.
Okay.
And I also decided to do the black lowlights.
You did?
Yes. Is that okay?
You already started?
Yes.
You're in trouble. I guess there's nothing I can do now, right?
No, not really, because the colors are reapplied. So you can see now that she's a little bit scared of my suggestion of the black highlights. She already had a little bit tough times accepting the dark color underneath, but she's okay with that. Let's see if I can convince her of letting me put in the black lowlights. So you're okay with that now, the color with the lowlights?
I'm not sure if I'm okay with it, and I was hoping you would ask me and then just do it.
Well, we talked about it.
We talked about it, but I wasn't really convinced.
Well,
that it would be.
yeah, but you know, sometimes you just have to take a little jump off the cliff and see where you land, you know.
That's what you say.
I know, you're the one landing, not me.
Exactly. Okay, so I guess there's nothing else you can do right now, so I will see how it comes out.
That's the spirit, you see?
Right?
There we go, exactly. Just go with the flow.
Go
You'll
with the
be
flow.
happy.
Okay.
If not, you can call me on Tuesday, that's my day off.
That's great. Thanks.
Work-wise, you can do it. Personality-wise, you can pull it off. So all the way around, you're gonna be fine with it. Okay?
All right.
All right. So now we're covering, getting rid of all your grays. The application process is done. We're gonna let you sit for 30 minutes. Roots are applied, highlights are coming up nicely. I can see them right in here. Let's see the lights. Whoa, they're scary. Don't be scared, they'll be fine. Enjoy your processing time. I was successful with convincing Ilona to put in the black lowlights, kind of. I just kind of did it and hoped for the best, and I think she's pretty open to it. We're processing right now, and in a few minutes we'll see what it looks like, and we'll see if she's happy with it. One thing I would recommend up-and-coming hairstylists is education, education, education. You cannot educate yourself enough in this business. You know, I frequently go to Toni&Guy 2-3 times a year. It's an amazing class. You always come back very energized, and it really makes a big difference in your bottom line. You know, your dollars go up, your income goes up. And another thing is too, is I would highly recommend to always push the envelope a little bit. You know, when you have a client, you should already have an idea for the next time, you know, a change or something. You should let them know about it. This way they become really loyal to you, and they don't even think about going elsewhere because you're keeping up with the trends, and you always have a new idea for them. You know, given there are some clients who don't want to change at all, but in general, I would say, I would rather lose a client for changing them too much than losing a client because you never change their hairstyle. So this is something you might want to consider in your career, and I can highly recommend that because for me it has worked really well in my career. Okay, so I put on a little bit of heat because the highlights need to come up a little bit more. 2 more minutes and we'll be done. Okay. So how are you holding up so far?
I'm holding up pretty well.
Good?
Yeah,
Great.
but I'm a little nervous about the low lights though.
Oh, no reason to be.
bit.
Don't be nervous, everything will be fine. So what I'm doing here, I put some Curls Rock in there. Rock and roll. Some curl cream. And then I'm just twisting it like that before we dry it. So we get some nice spiral curls going on here. Color looks great already. I like the richness. So I put some black ones in there, which are just more fun. You know, it just brings it up a little bit. And we have the dark underneath, which has no lowlights, but it punches in the color because the highlights fall over it. It punches the color out a little bit more, so it's more noticeable. So I wanted to put a little bit of spiral curl in there, just accentuate the curl a little bit more. There you are, look at the beautiful curl.
I love it. It
Great.
looks amazing. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh, I
This is
love
great.
it.
It feels
I love
great and it's not
It's
frizzy.
so good, and it's not frizzy at all. What I love.
Great, yeah,
And
that's
also
important.
the color looks. It's not as extreme as I thought. The contrast.
Right.
So it still looks natural.
Yes,
And it
looks very
feels
nice.
really, really good.
Yeah, that's the
I love
thing.
it.
We
Yeah.
used something that's not bleached, that's magma. We which does the same thing as bleach, but it doesn't dry out the hair. Keeps it nice and soft and shiny.
That's great.
Great, okay.
Thank you so
See you
much.
next time. Thank you. Until next time.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're done with this job. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I took the extra risk and put the dark underneath and the black lowlights on the top. I think it looks great personally. I think she'll have a lot of fun with it. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, see you then.